Kody has said, "Well, all of a sudden, I met Robyn and she's this diesel jeans model and she's everything I want," Janelle stated on Sunday's episode. "And I'm thinking, that's rich, dude. We went through all the starving years, when I was holding my bra together with diaper pins and we were broke as broke, and we went through all of your crazy, let's move here, let's move there. We've been through all of this with you and, Robyn's, not been through that with you. So that's great," Janelle continued. "You just take your little diesel jeans model and just go live happily ever after." For those wondering, Janelle's diesel jeans model remark stems from a comment Kody made on a 2023 episode of the Mormonism Live podcast regarding the alleged jealousy among his wives. During the podcast, Kody told the hosts that while 3 of his 4 marriages had ended, he once considered himself a total success, due to the fact that he had a diesel jeans model come into his family in 2010. "I thought that was the biggest validation," Kody continued, before claiming that Robyn had other people in their church who were interested in dating her and even some men who wanted to marry her, a claim he also made this season on Sister Wives. As the Ashley previously told you, Kody told Robyn on an episode that aired in December that he wasn't comfortable with her attending church for too long without him, as he didn't want men at the churches to think that Robyn was a single mom, the very thing that Robyn was when Kody met her. "There's a lot of men interested in Robyn and they were sort of trying to get around me and get to her," Kody told viewers. As for Janelle's comments on Sunday's episode regarding the Brown family's broke years, this is also something that has been spoken about publicly by members of the family, most recently in December when Maddie Brown, daughter of Janelle and Kody, revealed on her former podcast that her family was very poor before nabbing their TLC series in 2010. Maddie, who is estranged from Kody, explained to listeners that, despite her dad earning decent money at the time, the family struggled financially, in part due to how many kids Kody had. She also called out Kody for always choosing the get-rich-quick scheme. Back in 2023, Kody and Christine's daughter Gwendolyn Brown also spoke out about the Brown family finances, specifically the spending habits of her dad and Robyn. "I think that my dad and Robyn have a terrible habit of, spending very crazy and not within their means at all," Gwendolyn said in a video posted to her YouTube channel, before going on to state that her mom, Janelle, and Mary's financial situations had likely improved since splitting with Kody. "They'll probably be a lot better off that they're no longer with him, and they're no longer financially tied to him because they still make a lot of money separately," she explained. Sister Wives Robyn Brown referenced that the OG3, Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown used a scoreboard during their plural marriage to Kody Brown, and it makes me think Robyn still isn't willing to take any blame for the negative effect she had on them. Kody married Mary, Janelle, and Christine in the early 90s, and the trio lived in what they thought was happy polygamy until Kody met, courted, and married Robyn in 2010. Robyn became Kody's 4th wife, and I watched her addition to the family throw everything off balance in the years to come. I believe Robyn's negative influence on Kody, the Brown family's dynamic, and her sister wives' trust was the catalyst to the family breaking down. In 2020, Christine left Kody, and then Janelle left the following year. Mary, who had what I thought was the only genuine friendship with Robyn, stuck it out the longest, but ultimately left in early 2023. Since the OG3 left Kody, there have been a lot of accusations regarding who was responsible for the plural family breaking up, and I feel Robyn had the biggest effect on the OG3's decisions to leave, but won't take blame. Menu. Using the scoreboard, I still don't think Sister Wives Robyn Brown understands the negative effect she had on the OG3, will she ever take any blame? Sister Wives Robyn Brown referenced that the OG3, Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown used a scoreboard during their plural marriage to Kody Brown, and it makes me think Robyn still isn't willing to take any blame for the negative effect she had on them. Kody married Mary, Janelle, and Christine in the early 90s, and the trio lived in what they thought was happy polygamy until Kody met, courted, and married Robyn in 2010. Robyn became Kody's 4th wife, and I watched her addition to the family throw everything off balance in the years to come. I believe Robyn's negative influence on Kody, the Brown family's dynamic, and her sister wives' trust was the catalyst to the family breaking down. In 2020, Christine left Kody, and then Janelle left the following year. Mary, who had what I thought was the only genuine friendship with Robyn, stuck it out the longest, but ultimately left in early 2023. Since the OG3 left Kody, there have been a lot of accusations regarding who was responsible for the plural family breaking up, and I feel Robyn had the biggest effect on the OG3's decisions to leave, but won't take blame. Robyn and Kody are left in monogamy. The OG3 left one by one. While I saw Robyn's addition to the Brown family having potential to be a good thing for the family at first, I quickly realized it was a bag of worms. Robyn initially said she was excited to have sister wives and a community to raise her children from her first marriage, but it became obvious that she really just wanted Kody. Over the next 10 years Robyn lived in the family, had biological children with Kody, and grew their bond. I felt she intrinsically pulled Kody away from his OG wives. It came as no surprise to me when the wives started exiting the family one by one. The COVID-19 pandemic was the impetus that drove the OG3 away. Kody spent an unfair majority of his time with Robyn and her kids, which I saw effectively as him choosing Robyn. Kody had excuses for the pandemic distance from his other wives, like believing some of his other kids were not following COVID protocol, but I felt Robyn had him in her clutches and neither wanted to separate so he could be with the other wives and maintain those relationships. Since Kody was left with only Robyn, whom he divorced Mary for, this left Kody and Robyn in monogamy. I've watched Robyn cry and carry on about how she doesn't understand how things got so bad and why the family couldn't make things work, and it's led me to believe that she really doesn't get her part in all the poor outcomes and feelings. During the first episode of the second part of Sister Wives Season 19 that recently premiered, the wives gave their takes during individual interviews on why their relationships didn't work out as sister wives and how the family as a whole crumbled as a result. I found Robyn's opinions on the matter to be very telling, as she said that the other wives used a scoreboard in relation to time spent with Kody. Robyn felt Mary, Janelle, and Christine kept track of Kody's time and attention, and that was a toxic way of behaving in a plural family. I see Robyn's standpoint as disillusioning, because it's easy for her to say that keeping score was not good practice when she was the one taking up the majority of Kody's time. If Robyn really tracked her time spent with Kody versus what he gave the other wives, it would mean she would have to take accountability for not encouraging Kody to split his time fairly. In all the time I've seen Robyn on Sister Wives, I've seen that accountability is not her strong suit. Robyn stated in the second episode of the season that if there are no comparisons, then no one gets jealous. Her notion underscores her lack of understanding of her part in the OG3's resentment towards her and how she played a significant part in making them feel unwanted. The other factor Robyn believes left the family in shambles was so little trust. But I think Robyn fails to realize that she fostered the lack of trust towards her from the other sister wives because she was actively taking her soulmate Kody for herself. If Robyn truly wanted the other wives to trust her, she would not have kissed Kody before marriage, for starters. And I feel like over the next decade, Robyn would have had better conversations with her sister wives to try and understand the things that weren't working and how they felt about her majority time with Kody. While I do believe trust was an issue in the Brown family, I think the mistrust only came once Robyn was around, because the family lived together for more than 10 years before her without insurmountable issues. As Sister Wives Season 19 unfolds, I wanted to believe Robyn could take accountability for how the OG3 feel about her bad influence on the family, but it's still not there. Robyn lacks awareness and victimizes herself. I think it's possible she doesn't have the capacity to come to terms with the damage she's done because of the severity of the situation. I don't see Robyn ever acknowledging her part in the OG3's bad blood with her, which speaks to the idea that she will never take blame and realize her role in the Brown family's demise. Sister Wives Season 19 has been chaotic between Kody and his ex-wives. Janelle and Mary began to take action to get their fair share of the Coyote Pass property. Kody has also expressed his desire to focus on becoming a monogamous couple with Robyn. But things are going to get emotional in the upcoming episode, as TLC digs deeper into the tragic passing of Janelle's son, Garrison. However, some fans worry that Robyn may try to make it all about her as usual. Keep reading to see why. Things are far different behind the cameras, especially regarding Kody's Coyote Pass property dispute with Janelle and Mary. It was revealed earlier this month that Kody and his ex-wives have sold the entire land for $1.5 million. Christine won't be able to take anything from the sale, as she sold her part of the property to Kody and Robyn for $10 after she left the family. The show is a little behind as they're still arguing about the land. Regardless, many Sister Wives fans are glad that Janelle and Mary got their proper share of the property. Some fans on social media discussed why they worry for Robyn Brown following TLC's preview for Sunday's episode. The short preview featured Janelle opening up about Garrison's passing. She was emotional as she told the cameras she doesn't remember the next few minutes shortly after learning about her son's tragic passing, adding that she just got to the car and drove. But the OP worries that Robyn might make everything all about herself. They're hoping that the Sister Wives star would just sit at the back and avoid taking the spotlight during the emotional time. Janelle and some of her kids previously paid tribute to Garrison as he celebrated his birthday. Janelle later uploaded photos from her late son featuring snaps of beautiful mountains and landscapes. According to the Sister Wives star, some of the photos she uploaded are those that Garrison never got to share, adding, "I'm curating them based off which ones I think are an expression of his artistic talent or seem meaningful." Janelle Brown also said that she has over 2,000 nature photos from In the early days of Sister Wives, it was in the Brown family's best interest to present a united front. 19 seasons later, no one has any interest in pretending anymore. In fact, the raw honesty and emotion viewers are seeing now is likely what is keeping the series going. Janelle Brown, who has been guarded for most of the show's history, is finally sharing her honest thoughts about her ex-husband, Kody Brown, and his only wife, Robyn Brown. In a recent episode, she hinted that she sees Robyn as a gold digger. She's not saying anything fans haven't suspected for years. Janelle Brown is done playing nice with her ex-husband and the legal wife he laughably refers to as a diesel jeans model. In the April 27th episode of Sister Wives, Janelle aired her feelings of hurt, frustration, and anger. She recounted how Robyn Brown wasn't there for the difficult years of their plural partnership but swooped in and reaped the benefits of the family's hard work. The mother of 6, who has left Arizona behind, noted that Robyn wasn't there for the starving years when even pooled resources weren't enough. She noted Robyn wasn't around when Janelle used diaper pins to hold a tattered bra together. Janelle is clearly bitter towards Robyn, and with good reason. Still, she remained fair. Sure, Janelle seemed to imply that Robyn was a gold digger. Still, much of her frustration was also aimed at Kody. After all, he is the one who coldly abandoned not only his 3 original wives but 13 of his children in favor of his much younger wife. Robyn Brown came into the family in 2010, just as TLC began to show interest in polygamist families. With her she brought 3 small children and a mountain of debt. From the onset, Robyn didn't seem interested in actually living a polygamous lifestyle. She didn't want the other wives watching her children, nor was she particularly interested in parenting the 13 children already in the family when she spiritually wed Kody. She didn't pool resources, share the load, or jump in to become a member of the group. Sister Wives viewers have long suspected she wasn't actually interested in practicing polygamy. Viewers have theorized that she was really after Kody Brown, and saw the shared resources of the family's other wives as a much appreciated perk. There is plenty of evidence to lend credence to the theory, too. All told, Robyn has done the least for the plural family. Robyn is the only wife who has never had a successful job outside of Sister Wives. She was the only wife given her own place to live from the start. Robyn was also the only wife allowed to use family funds to launch an ill-planned business. Robyn's out-of-control spending has also been documented for years. It seems unlikely she could have sustained her lifestyle without Kody Brown's other wives. Whether she went into the marriage as a gold digger or simply took advantage of the situation is up for debate. Sister Wives star Mary Brown is a vision in pink following the dramatic sale of the Brown family's Coyote Pass land, which reportedly put $375,000 in her pocket in light of that windfall. It's not surprising that she's so bubbly lately, just like a glass of sparkling rose. Mary used to seem so sad, almost as though the light inside of her was being extinguished by a loveless spiritual union with Kody Brown. It was hard to watch her navigate that relationship. Mary was strong enough to change her life for the better, and now, she's a bona fide glamour girl, dazzling Instagram followers with her chic style, slim figure, and glowing skin. Mary's showing the world that being brave can really pay off. When a person flees a troubled relationship, they can really soar. Oasis frontman Liam Gallagher sang about a champagne supernova for Mary. The theme is clearly rose all day. I don't mean that she's drinking, she's just rocking a rosy palette that's the perfect complement to her medium skin tone and stunning blue eyes. Mary couldn't look prettier than she does in the picture above, wearing a pale pink blouse with a subtle cheetah print. Her matte lipstick matches her top and she looks so happy. Mary seemed to be feeling herself here, although she's usually very humble. I personally love to see her appreciating the beauty that everyone else can see. As the owner of Worthy Up, a collaborative online platform where Mary shares strategies for building self-esteem, and followers share their own tips and stories, she's all about empowerment. She's the best ad for this business. Mary has never looked better. She's got the kind of confidence that comes from withstanding a lot and then reveling in the calm after the storm. Every day shouldn't be an endurance test or character-building exercise. Some days should be joyful and life-affirming. Mary knows this, and she is choosing happiness. Mary made the scene at the Global Beauty Awards, all dolled up in a black dress that shows just how far she's come in her weight loss journey. All Kody's exes embarked on glow-ups after leaving him. It's like all the tension just seeped out of them, priming them to really change. She's lost more than 30 pounds, and above, the form-fitting cocktail dress is a perfect fit, showing off the sleek curves she's worked so hard to get. Has Mary ever looked this glamorous? Maybe not. It's amazing that she's getting better with age, and really loving the skin she's in. At 54, she seems to have more life force and contentment than she did during her decades with Kody. It just goes to show that, sometimes, age is just a number. I mean that it's how a person feels that matters. The fact that Mary's proud of herself shines through. It's not arrogance, it's healthy self-esteem. It's hard-won and looks so good on her. Mary may be very happy that Kody extended an olive branch by redividing Coyote Pass. As he gave her a bigger share, she was able to get a lot more money than she would have before. Initially, Kody owned 97% of Coyote Pass. Then, he had a revelation, choosing to change things, perhaps because it was fairer to give the exes who helped to build the family bigger shares. While he got double what they received, Mary's share of $375,000 is nothing to sneeze at. Maybe Kody did this because he's trying to be a gentleman. He knows he hurt these women. Mary was often the lowest on the totem pole, seemingly matching the least to him. Sometimes, it seemed like he really enjoyed hurting her, more than he really should. Recently, he apologized for saying he never loved his non-Robyn wives, which was a classy move. While it's possible that Kody changed the ownership of Coyote Pass prior to its sale because the exes, minus Kody Brown, considered lawyering up, he might have done it out of the goodness of his heart. I hope he did. I love to see men treating women with respect. I think it's amazing when men aren't boorish and selfish. I think they're role models when they rise above that kind of stuff. I was impressed that Kody changed his mind about Coyote Pass, helping women who helped him for decades. It honestly changed the way that I feel about him. I understand he loves Robyn and I'm supportive of that too. He can't help loving her and shouldn't have to apologize for feelings he can't control. They should be together. I feel like everything's coming together. Kody's with the woman he loves, and doesn't need to try and be emotionally present for other spouses. Janelle really opened up during the confessional in the recent Sister Wives episode. Even though she didn't need to go through a legal divorce, Janelle is having second thoughts about having a spiritual tie with Kody. She told the cameras, "It didn't even occur to me because I'm really not part of that church anymore." And then when Mary got one, I'm like, huh. The mother of 6 revealed she didn't feel the need to bring the church into their marital issues. Janelle noted, I didn't feel the need to get a spiritual divorce. I was at a different spot spiritually. I believe in God, and He was great with me leaving. So the conversation with Him was good enough for me. Kody's first wife, Mary Brown, shared her reasons for breaking their spiritual bond. The mother of one shared, so when I did the legal divorce, I knew that the spiritual part of it was so valid. Because if it wasn't, what was yours? What was Robyn's? What was Christine's? I still think it's valid, so I'm like I don't want to offend God. Janelle listened as Mary offered more insight and even offered to go to church with the mother of 6. Janelle made it clear she is interested in moving forward, telling Mary, I'm not dating, but if I found somebody, I would never want there to be like a weird barrier in my head. I've been married for 30 years and it had validity for me. For Mary, it was more about spending a lifetime in space together. She joked, I did not want, and I knew that he did not want to be stuck in the eternities with me. And I felt like that's what that was, and so I needed to let that go. Sister Wives is available to stream. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown spent some more time in Flagstaff, Arizona, recently for reasons that aren't entirely clear. Janelle famously lived in Flagstaff with the entire Brown family when they were still living in a plural marriage. After 3 of Kody Brown's 4 wives decided to leave the family, they all left Flagstaff, including Janelle, who moved to North Carolina to open Tata Farms with daughter Madison Brush. The Sister Wives season 19 star recently faced a setback there when she had difficulty getting a driver's license. This came after the Coyote Pass debt was finally cleared. Janelle shared 2 photos to her Instagram page, showing off a couple meetings she had with her squad. In one, Janelle was seated with 2 friends, Christina Henson and Angela Moody. In another, she was pictured with a few girlfriends surrounding birthday girl April Rains. Janelle said that when she was busy raising kids, working, and going to school, she didn't have any time for them. Now, Janelle says, her friendships are amazing pieces of her life. Janelle said she had to meet up with her friends while she was in Flagstaff to take care of some things. Janelle hasn't been forthcoming about why she was in Flagstaff this past week or why she was there earlier in the month as well. One can only assume that Janelle might have some loose ends to tie up with her ex, Kody. Kody and Robyn Brown still live in Flagstaff, and some of the older children might live in the area as well. Janelle has moved on and started a new life in North Carolina. However, the Browns' plot of land in Flagstaff, Coyote Pass, just recently sold, so Janelle may have been in town for something related to that. Janelle could be in town visiting some of the older children, or she could be doing business related to the sale of Coyote Pass or other Brown family assets. She made it clear that the purpose of her trip wasn't to visit her girlfriends, but she managed to make time to see them just the same. It's important that Janelle has a support system outside of the Brown family, and it's important she leans into the aspects of her life that are separate from being a wife and mom. Spending time with her squad sounds like it was much needed. For someone who has lived her life publicly, first on Sister Wives and now on social media, for so long, Janelle is normally very open about what's going on in her life, the good and the bad. She's being a little cryptic with her trips back to Flagstaff, but it must be for a reason. Whatever the reason, it's heartwarming to see Janelle having fun with her friends and spending a little quality girl time with them.